Greetings, I'm Mrs. RH Mhlungu from CPD campus. We are doing mathematical literacy together for level 3, module, finance module, which is module number 3. And this is lesson number 3. In front of you, I hope you have got the textbook for mathematical literacy. That is the hands-on for level 3. And open page, the page for this concept, for this subtopic is on page 161 to 162. You must also have the exercise book, the calculator, the pen to write with. Okay, our subtopic today for lesson number 3 is the break-even point. The reason I'm interested on the break-even point is because it has got a lot of marks. And when they set it during the exam, they give it in the form of the graph. And you know, graphs are a bit confusing and they have got a lot of marks. That is why I've decided to do it as the subtopic. Okay, remember in the previous lesson, which is lesson number 2, we said the break-even point is when the profit, the cost and income are equal. The expenditure and the income are equal. That is the break-even point. Okay. We move to an example that we are given is the Tobia is a family member and makes beautiful pottery. She sells them for 30 rand. The minute they are giving you numbers, try to underline it. 30 rand for each pottery teapot. And then Tobia decided to buy few teapots and sell them at Rosebank Market. A stall at the market cost 300 rand per day. No matter how many teapots she has sold, but per day. That's the cost for the stall is 300 rand. Even if she sells one, the stall will be 300 for rental. And then Tobia, she thinks that 70 rand per teapot will be a good selling price. And they are unique. And a porcelain teapot costs about 95. Underline all these monies because they will confuse you. Underline 95 rand, that is a porcelain. 70 rand is the unique one that she decides to sell. And 300 rand is for the stall. She sells them for 30 rand each. These are the number of teapots. There is a column for the cost and the income. For one teapot, what is the cost? Remember, it's 300 rand per day plus 30 rand, which gives us, because there's one teapot, it gives us 330. For 3 teapots, it's 3 times 30 is 90. 90 plus 300 is 390. For 500 is, for 5 teapots, 5 times 30 is 150 plus 300 is 450. 7 is 7 times 30 to 10 plus 5 to 10 plus 300 is 510. For 9 teapots, 9 times 30 is 270. 270 plus 300 is 570. And then what about the income? Is 70 rand for one. Remember, she thinks that 70 rand would be a good selling price. For one, she gets 70 rand. For 3, 3 times 70 is 210. For 5, 5 times 70 is 350. For 7, 7 times 70 is 490. For 9, 9 times 70 is 630. Then let's go to the representation by graph. They like these graphs during exam. Please try to understand what you are given. Underline the given numbers, all the monies that you are given. Like here, we have got the independent variable, which is the x-axis, the number of teapots sold. And the dependent variable is income or expenditure. In other words, for income or for the expenditure, they depend on the number of teapots that are sold. The orange line is the income. The blue line is the expenditure. So you see the break-even point, it's when the income and an expense or an expenditure is equal. It's where the lines meet in a simple language, when an income and expenditure lines meet. Where they meet, they are equal. What is Tobia's income and expenses when she sells 70 pots? Here are the 70 pots. Here, you start from x-axis, you move up. You see? It's income and expenditure of expenses. They are selling 7. Remember, for the income is 70 times the number. So is 70 times 7 is 490. For the expenses of the expenditure is 300 rand plus 330 rand times 7, 210 plus 300 is 510. I think you still remember. Would she make a profit or a loss? Remember last time I've said there during the previous lesson, which is lesson number 2, the loss or in income is income minus expense. So in other words, the income is 490 minus expense, which is 510. 490 minus 510 is 20 rand. It's a loss because the 20 rand is going to have minus. Let's move to the next question. What is Tobia's income and expenses if she sells 80 pots? You see 80 pots here. You move up to the graph. You will say for the income is 70 times 8 is 560. For the expenses, 8 times 3240. 240 plus 300 is 540. Would she make a profit or a loss? Then it is a loss because it is a profit. I'm sorry. This is a profit because it's 560 minus 540. 560 is bigger than 540. 560 minus 540, you get 20 rand, which is the positive number. So it's the profit. Let's go to the next question. What is her break-even point? Break-even point is when an income is equal to an expense or is equal to an expenditure. So for here, it is equal to, it's here, it is equal to 560. It's 560. Here is the line. You see? Where they meet is here. You read from this side. So how much? This is the money in your y-axis. Okay, you start from here. If they've asked for the number of teapots you were supposed to move down, but now they are asking for the money. It's when the income and expense meet, you move to the y-axis. So it is equal to 560. That's where they are equal. Okay. Are her income and expenses exactly equal at that point? They are not equal to. They are not equal. They are not equal at all. Is there any explanation for this? With 70 rand, no income is generated because we have said for 70 rand is the selling price for the teapot. For 70 rand, there is no income that is generated. So the notes are on page 162. I'm sorry, from 161 to 162 on the textbook that we are using, level 3 hands-on, level 3 mathematical literacy textbook. And what you are expected to do so that you can practice on what we have learned together. Do exercise 3.3, number 1 and number 2 on page 162 on the compulsory textbook that we are using together. Or in whatever problem that you meet or you experience, you consult your mathematical literacy campus educator. I thank you.